I've never realized how much like the neckline of a dress matters and how much it changes your look or your outfit until I made this many of them in less than 24 hours. And I was able to tell which ones took best on me and which ones did not. If you follow on TikTok, you already know the gist. I made the cover for my couch, and after I did that, I bought the fabric, the upholstery fabric for it, and I hand sewn like the pillowcases and the cover for the seat of the couch. I'm gonna put a picture. I really forgot that I had something left off from a previous project like that. Anytime I want to do a project like this that is time bound, is always super stressful, and what really helps and gets my energy going is listening to music while I work. And to be honest, my earbuds get missing way too often. Whenever I've searched the entire house like this and I can't seem to find it, I immediately just think, oh, okay, do I continue with this project or is it worth doing it without listening to music, or do I just abandon it entirely? But luckily I found it, and yes, that means we can get started on this project. I think the easiest part of sewing these 9 crop tops is that we are going to only be using one single pattern, which is the basic pattern block. And if you're a beginner or just still trying to get acquainted with the foundational knowledge of sewing, I feel this is a very important channel that you need to be subscribed to. So I have a tutorial video that is dedicated to showing you how to draft your own basic block pattern from scratch, and how to take your basic block pattern from basic to advanced or experienced level. If this video has been uploaded, you'll see it at the top right corner of your screen now. If not, click the subscribe button because it's going to be dropping in a matter of days. So the goal initially was to make 20 crop tops and test 20 different necklines, but this fabric is not even going to take us through maybe 5 or 6 tops, and I'm just trying to cut freehand the ones that are the easiest, like the one shoulder top. Those ones are pretty much easy and you can cut them by freehand before going into the ones that would require a pattern in order to be able to cut them. Because of how much I really wanted this to be fair, I wanted to use one piece of fabric in the same color and the same type to sew every single top, so that I can for 100% say what works for me. Because a lot about necklines is really tied to styling, like what kind of hairstyle can you pair with what neckline, what kind of body type goes for what kind of style. I want to start making more clothes for myself, and I just wanted that to be a visual note to know what works for me. And I believe that watching this will also really help you if you make your own clothes know what works for you. So from this experiment, I think the ones that really worked for me were the deep V-neck. As someone who has a little bit of broad shoulders, I think it really elongates my upper body by drawing the attention to my bust area. Another one I think looked really cool on me was the asymmetrical one, because it just seems to help have more balanced proportions, because then again I do have quite a bit of shoulders. One I think surprisingly looks good on me is the sweetheart neckline, because it just frames the bust, adds some subtle curvature, and just creates some softness around. So which ones do you think look good on me, and which ones usually look the best on you? Let me know in the comments. Subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.